Hey, I'm back. I'm just hanging out on this top of the stairs here because that's where I was doing my last video. I am crossing my fingers that we have no more interruptions, no more phone calls, no telemarketers. Um, the first phone call was my phone, someone for Brian. Then the second phone call was a recording message on my sister and brother-in-law's phone, which didn't really sound that important. If there was an important to it, I'm sure they would have left a message or they'll call back. Then the phone rang again when I was trying to do a video, and it was someone asking for my sister, but I said she wasn't available and not home, and I don't know if they hung up or what, but yeah. But that is that. I want to show you Tiger. I don't know if you can see him there. He's been hanging out there for 3 days now, and he likes hanging out there, so it's no big deal. Patch used to love doing that. Talking about patches, I was going through my Daytimer calendar because I've been writing in the dates for this year from last year, and I will be putting the dates in my phone as a backup. And I was coming across May as I reached to May, and I came across her birthday, and I just couldn't believe that she would have been almost 14 years old. And I miss her so much, and I am so thankful now that we have Tiger, and he is one of the awesomest cats next to Patches that I've ever owned. And this Saturday, I was very lucky to get in. I do know for next time you have to call 3 weeks in advance to make an appointment. But there was a cancellation, and I was able to get in for Saturday at 2 o'clock, exactly the time that I was planning to ask for. But they're going for their checkup, Hannah and Tiger, and they will be getting their flea shot, which is a good thing because we are finished with the fleas. They still have their flea collars, so I have to double check to make sure how much longer we have to keep them on before we take them off. The smell is basically gone. We think how Hannah got the fleas. Okay, it started off with Hannah. Hannah had the fleas really bad, and Jason had mentioned something that there was bugs, and I didn't think anything of it. So I checked out Hannah, and then I checked Tiger, and Hannah had it really bad. Last summer, we had let her out, or she got out, and she went underneath the shed. And we had to wait for a bit for her to get out, but she came out, and we figured that's how she caught the fleas. We may be right, but we may be wrong. But anyhow, she had the fleas, which went on to Tiger. They both had them. It was really bad. Hannah would, for a while, she kept laying on the top part of the stairs, going to the basement. She just laid there, and then there was like red marks, like blood stains, which Brian had to clean up, which he still has to clean again because he didn't get it totally clean, or we're gonna have to rent a steam cleaning vacuum. But she was just hanging out there for a while, and then she went to hanging out on the couch in the basement, and then she went to hanging out on the coffee table, and then she was hanging out on the toilet seat. It was like a vicious cycle. Like, she would rotate, or she would just hang out there for a couple of weeks or whatever. And then Now she's actually moseying around. She would sit on the bench, and now she sits in the chair, and she sits where Tiger sits underneath the table where the phone is, where the phone books are. So it's like we're seeing a whole totally different Hannah. Plus, on the other note is I stopped giving her dry food all together because she has very little teeth. Um, since I have owned Hannah from adopting her from the Humane Society, or since we adopted her from the Humane Society, Brian and I, we have not seen any teeth around our house whatsoever. Um, Not in her food that I know of. If so, she might have ate it and swallowed it. I'm not sure, but they told us that she has no teeth, and we could get her teeth fixed, but there's no point because she's 13 years old, and well, she's going to be 13. Yeah. But anyways, um, because of her teeth, I started thinking when I was giving her the dry food that she was swallowing it whole, and that's what was making her big, and I was giving her too much to eat. So now I've learned how to portion out their food, which is much easier. And giving her the dry food is the best thing for her. And it's like in an instant, since she had the fleas and the fleas are gone, she started like losing massive weight. It's like, oh my God. So I'm hoping that we're way down a bit from where we were last year when we go to the vet. Because it is a big milestone to, oh, my hair there. A big milestone from going from what she used to be to seeing what she is now. Um, I'm hoping she lost a few pounds, but we think she did because we can feel it when we pick her up. But other than that, Tiger's normal as normal. He's a nice, firm boy. Um, Crazy. He's a good hider. Um, Tuesday night, we were calling him. I was calling him and I was getting worried, and Brian thought that he might have ran away. So he looked outside, just outside the front door, and didn't see anything. And we're calling him, and I'm shaking the treat bag and whatnot. Silly guy. He's in the deep part of Pam and Chay's closet, which he tends to like to hide in there. And then when you're calling him, he doesn't come. When you're calling him, and he doesn't come when you shake the treat bag, thinking that he would, but he was deep down in there, and we went and got him, and Brian's like, Mom was calling ya. And I said, don't scare me like that. But now we know where to find him if he is. The one time we were calling him and we couldn't find him, he wasn't in their closet. He was stuck in Julia's closet. He got cozy in her closet on her blankets that we have extra blankets there. And he was laying on top of those. So we're like, come on out. But you know, he's a character, and we love him, and it's Tiger for you. But I think I better go because I've got things to do, and the more I chit chat, the more I won't get things done. And before I know it, it'll be lunchtime. So you take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful rest of the week and weekend, and I'll try to get back soon or get those videos posted.